Adel Rawlinson here, and you've probably clicked on this video because you're wondering how you can lose weight effectively and what this gastric band thingy is all about. The gastric band element is only one shot in a shotgun approach in terms of the weight management program that I do. Consciously, you know that you haven't had a gastric band. You're not walking around thinking that you've just gone through surgery, but the subconscious believes that the stomach is a lot smaller than it actually is. The mind doesn't know the difference between what's real and imagined, so we just use that to our advantage. If you think about it, to illustrate this, when you are, say for example, watching a scary horror film, you're watching a film, you're really into it, you know, your heart might start beating, you might get really clammy hand, and it's because the mind doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's imagined. So we use this to our advantage in terms of getting you to understand on a subconscious level that you've had this gastric band. Your stomach, therefore, is a lot smaller than it actually is, and your subconscious believes that you can accommodate lesser amounts of food. So this is how you come to eat a lot less. So that's just one element of it. The other elements are looking at, well, why is it you're eating when you don't actually need to eat? You know, people come to me and they say, I've got to have something sweet after my meal. I'm not hungry, but I've got to do it. Or I can't stop picking at chocolate. Or I eat one bar of chocolate and then I'm reaching for another one, even though I know it's going to put weight on me. Well, something in your subconscious is getting something out of that. You don't want to eat all that extra stuff because you know it's going to make you fat. But there's something on a subconscious level, there's a positive intention behind that behaviour, that eating behaviour. And that could be, you might get comfort from it. It might be stress relief, reward, boredom. It could be a number of things. So it's about looking at, well, where's that come from? And rather than eating when you need that comfort, well, what else can we change that to? Because to suddenly take that food away, the mind doesn't like voids. You have to replace it with something else. Incidentally, that's why when people stop smoking, they start eating and putting weight on, because the mind does not like voids. So we have to ensure that we replace it with something which is going to be positive. So it's actually making permanent eating changes going forward. It's not about what you eat, it's about how much you eat and why you eat. So it's about eating only 3 small meals, no picking, no eating till you're stuffed. It's certainly not depriving yourself. A week after people come back after the first session, the first question I ask is, do you feel like you're on a diet? If the answer is yes, then something's not going right. But generally the answer is no. Don't feel like they're on a diet, not depriving myself, eating whatever I want to eat, but just a lot less of it. And generally 50% less is the number that people come back saying that they're eating. So they're losing weight at a rate that is slow, steady, but permanent. So a couple of pounds each week until you get to your goal weight, and that's all without dieting. It's easy and it's simple. It's just using the weight management system that you were born with. Think of a baby. Baby cries, it's hungry, gets fed, stops eating till it's hungry again, and that's basically what it's about. So if you are interested, just get in touch. You can get in touch through my website, mindmasters.co.uk, and I'll be happy to have a chat with you and tell you more about it. Thank you.